Good morning, beautiful people. I wanted to come on here quickly just because I sometimes go back into my journal and things that God has had me to, revelations He's given me, just whenever. And so as I was going back through my notes, I was reading this morning and I wanted to share. I felt compelled to share it. And this was in November 4th of 2023, and I was watching the show The Chosen. And so this is the revelation that God gave me, and I think it's just important for even just a time as now. So it says, when Jesus chose Matthew, the tax collector, to follow him, the other disciples were shocked. Jesus told Simon that it was the same as when he chose him. Simon said, "This is different." Jesus said, "Get used to different." And so the revelation that came from that, it says the last line was so profound for my life now, as well as how God wants us to look at what He's doing. When He says He's doing a new thing, we still get caught up in the way that things used to be or how we've always done them. But God is doing a new thing, different, capitalized. And we need to get used to the different. Take the limits off of what God can do. And I'm speaking that to myself as well. And I wrote, Lord, help me to accept the different. Help me flow with what you are doing, even when it's not familiar, even when it's beyond my or anyone else's comprehension. Help us take the limits off what you can do and who you are. Help us to see you with new eyes, a new heart, and a new mind. Help us to be different, embrace different, live in different, and be different in you. Help us to take the limits off. Again, I wrote that back in November 4th of 2023, and it's just important even just for such a time as now. And so I just encourage, even if you have to go back and listen to the whole thing that I just read, just learn to lean into God, trust God, no matter what you're going through, no matter what it looks like. It might look different, it might be unfamiliar, but it's a new thing. God is doing a new thing. Take the limits off. Your situation may look so much different than what you thought. Your pathway, your purpose may be so much different than what you could comprehend. But God has His own ways, His own thoughts, and His own purpose for your life. And He can shift it at any moment. You just have to be ready. That's why He says be ready and stay ready, because you never know when He's going to change your life. And He'll change it for the better. Sometimes you might have to go through the pruning, you might have to go through the shaking, you might have to go through the beating and all of that stuff. But just in the right time, just at the right time, God will change your whole life. He will shift your whole life. And I'm telling you, it's going to be for the better. With God, it can only get better. So I just encourage you that it won't always be like this. God will perfect that concerning you. Oh, 'cause sooner or later, it's gonna turn in your favor. It's turning around for you, 'cause it won't always be like this. God will perfect that concerning me. Oh, 'cause sooner or later, it's gonna turn in my favor. Sooner or later, it's gonna turn in your favor. Sooner or later, it's gonna turn in our favor. It's turning around for us.